So, I just wanted to pop in here, make sure that this is actually going to work for our live streaming. The last application I tried eNOugh, but it didn't work the way it showed that it was on screen. It showed me that the video came through. It showed me that the screen sharing worked, all of that, and it didn't. So I was very disappointed that it didn't work. So I'm planning on doing some whatnot shows because my husband does run a home-based antique business, and he comes across a lot of really cool cultural and spiritual items. And so I'm going to do some whatnot shows on those. And so when I got on there to set all that up, they have a program. And so I set it up for Facebook too to see if that would work. And so far, it looks like it's actually working. Let's see here. I want to make sure this is going to work too. I want to set this up, put it on the screen. There we go. There's one that we did before. So let me just put that up. Okay, cool. So hopefully, oh, cool. I see. I can hear you. I can hear you. Yay. And look like Nick's here too. So I see Amber and Nick and Nick. Hello, y'all. Thank you so much for coming. So what I thought I'd do, since I was jumping on here anyway, is introduce one of the items that we sell on our website, which is shirts and cups and let's see, there's a beanie and tote bag. They all have this design on them. And I made this design, and it is to stand in solidarity against all this mess that is happening right now that's trying to divide us. I have listed on here, I've got no in enough because no is a complete sentence. And I've got the on here because we're all fed up and we're all tired of this crap. So it's a way to show your support without being blatantly rude or negative and alienating people because there's too much division. There's way too much division. We all need to stand together. Any marginalized community or person needs to know that we're all in this together. So I did make this, and some of them, like the one I'm wearing, has a little logo on the back. I'm going to spin around. Hopefully y'all can see it too. Let me move here. So it says Viva la Resistance. So, because that is what the French used, and it did, it's still a strong phrasing and ideal. It is that they still use it even now with what they're still going through. And so I thought we could also incorporate that too, because we all here and there and everywhere, we all need to stand together. So I do have these shirts. Let's see, I have got a few things how I want to share things to make sure that they're going to work. So let's see here. And of course, my monitor's way over there, so it's kind of hard to see exactly what all these are. So let me make that bigger so I can see them all. There we go. So I have, let's see, I'm going to flip through these because, okay, so that's where I show screens. This right here, I just went ahead and pulled up our winner from our last raffle. I pulled the page up that showed that and everything, so we know that works. I could hit it again, but then it's going to pick somebody else, and So it does show screens. Like, hopefully y'all can see the screen too, which would be great. If anybody could just throw me a line saying yes, we can see the screen, be great. Thank you so much. Or no, I don't see a thing. I just see you. Let me take that one off. And then, okay, so that will show my comments. I don't want to do that. This one, let's see, this one. Ah, okay, so this one shows the link to my Spotify. I made a Spotify playlist. Of course, they're free, and that is a link to mine in case you're needing some motivation, some encouragement to help with all this mess. The playlist is also called eNOugh, and feel free to listen. If it helps you, that's great. Um, it helps me a lot when I need that little extra push to get going and feel better. And it's small, but I can see it. Okay, I can make it bigger. That I can't do during the live, but I can make it bigger if it's too small for y'all to actually see it and be able to read it. I have no problem doing that. I can make it, fill up the whole screen instead of seeing me, which is absolutely cool because that way at least you'll be able to see it. Let's see. I was gonna put the link in there of this Spotify, and of course, everything is too far away for me to be able to see. Oh, there it is. Alright, where's my little notepad? I put all the links in the little notepad. I'll put them in after the live because I can't copy and paste that thing. But feel free to copy it down if you want to. There's a lot of bumbly jumbly whatever's in there. But there you have that. Let's see, make that go away. Then let's see, here is the basic design that I did. It just shows both the eNOugh and the Viva La Resistance there. And that's a little bigger, so hopefully you can see that one. And then I also created this, which is probably going to be too small for you to really, really see, since you couldn't see the shared screen really well, and they're about right at the same size. So I probably need to make that bigger too. But it's just a little video that I made that kind of shows some of our products that we have. Probably post the video with a little music with it on my YouTube and share that too. Just, so y'all be able to see it better in case y'all are interested. But yeah, I guess I should make that because it's really hard to see if you're looking on something small. I mean, it's hard for me to see from here on my computer screen. But it only does like half the screen when I'm doing this. Yeah, the link shows, but it doesn't click because it's just a text that goes across the screen. But I can put the actual link to it in the chat here. I'm happy to do that. It's just being able to make that work can be difficult. Oh, here we go. Let's see, it's over here. I can get to it here. Let's see, Spotify is under my social media. That's not Spotify. There's Spotify right there. Here we go. And I had all this actually done. I had to restart the computer because the mic didn't want to work. It wouldn't even, show that it was working at all. So I was like, okay, well, we have. So I restarted the computer, and now, of course, I didn't get everything back up. And there we go. Copy. Let's see, copy. Where's the copy button? There's copy. And so there's a copy. So all I have to do, this is here, and hit enter. And there should be the link now that's popping in the chat. for that if you are wanting to check out that Spotify playlist that I made. And I did put, very encouraging songs in there. Um it's not just negativity and humdrum. It's motivation to help get through all this stuff that's going on. So feel free to check that out. Let's see. Looks like I have everything else showing up. So I guess that's the end of the live. I'm glad to know that the little text boxes showed up. That's wonderful. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to make those videos and screen shares bigger so that y'all can see them better. Cause yeah, that stinks. I need y'all to be able to see it. And yeah, there's like a super huge delay. Because when I was testing it back and forth, I could see the delay just myself. So yeah, there's a big delay between the comments and what I'm saying on the screen. Um, it does take the video a minute to catch up with real life. Let's see, anything else going on? Where's this here? Let's see. I'm going to see if it'll show me how many people are in here. But I don't see that. But I do see the people who are making comments. And I really appreciate y'all. I couldn't figure this out if I didn't have someone on the other end telling me what was working and what's not and everything. And this is a really neat program. I'm able to do different profiles, different scenes. I've got, different logos I can pop on here. I've got where the Psychic Professionals Association logo that I can put on there. I've got my 3 moons. Here's a bigger one. So there's a whole bunch of neat little things I can do with this program. So I think this is going to work really well for our lives. Nick, I don't know what for means. Yeah. Thank you so much for helping with the troubleshooting. That you've been amazing. Thank you very, very much. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, y'all. I appreciate you coming in. If y'all want to get any of this, feel free. I love it. It's really comfortable. It fits really, really well. It's not bright, bright, bright white, which I love that. Uh, but it's not super tight and it's not super loose. And I love that the graphics are a little lower so I can wear necklaces and it doesn't cover up part of the graphics and stuff like that. So if you have any suggestions that you would, like to have added or, with something like this, there are some other products that I can put the logo on. There are ways that I can change things. I'm always looking for input. Anything you feel would be beneficial for you or just the community at large, let me know. I will work in what I can. So, y'all have a great night. I truly appreciate all of you coming in. And till next time.